this van life journey. I am Vanessa. I live in a van, and her name is Treasure. I am sitting by a lake at the park today. My phone was dying, so I'm just in my van sitting, and I decided to come and talk to you guys about car life versus van life. I always tell you guys that who say you want to do van life, and I ask you guys all the time, do you have a car already? And some of you, some of you say, yeah, I have a car already. And I always tell you guys to start van life. Them flies is really trying to get into my snacks and goodies. I tell you guys all the time to start the nomad life with whatever vehicle you have. If you have a car, start with a car. If you have a van, start with a van. If you have a truck, start with a truck. Whatever mode of transportation that you own already, that's what you start with. Don't try to go trade in. If your car is paid off, girl, start van life with your car. So I am going to talk about the advantages and the disadvantages. Hey, Miss Charlene, thank you for coming back. Thank you for being the first person to comment. Whatever vehicle you have, start your journey with whatever vehicle you have, especially if that vehicle is paid off. If your vehicle is paid off, start with that. Don't try to go create a new debt for yourself. Start with what you have. And if you don't have anything, then that's the time to think about the different options. But if you start the nomad life with what you have, say for instance, you have a car and you start with a car, then you know what the pros and cons to having a car is. And so you will know what it is you're tired of, and that will help you to decide what it is you need or what it is you think you want. Let me get my other phone so I can pull up y'all comments. It's easier for me to see y'all comments from another phone than just to keep looking at that phone. Hey there, Miss Julie. How you doing? So let's talk about the pros and cons of living in a van versus a vehicle. Living in a van, you're going to get more room. Living in a car, you're going to get less room. You're going to get more gas miles per gallon. You're going to be able to fit into places and go places that you cannot always go with a van. My van currently with the box on top and my water tank on top, I cannot fit into storage garages. And like if you go to a place like Vegas who have a lot of storage garages, or you're in the city, you cannot get into storage garages because you do not have a vehicle small enough to get into storage garages. So if you have a smaller vehicle, you have more access to more places, and you can blend in better in a vehicle. So I think a dead giveaway to any vehicles, if you have all your windows covered up, then I mean people are pretty much gonna know you're sleeping and living in that vehicle. But not necessarily, because a lot of people cover their windows. I mean, but I don't see people covering all of their windows. But if that becomes the norm, a lot of windows are covered all the way around, then I mean they can't just assume that you're sleeping in your vehicle. But vehicles can, a smaller car, this car passing by slow, a smaller car can get away with a lot. Like you could blend in fast, easier. You can get better miles per gallon. You could travel faster to places because you're in a little small vehicle. You're not towing nothing. Now, the disadvantage to being in a vehicle is now once you start, the disadvantage to being in a vehicle and wanting to be stealth and wanting to uh, just be stealth is you're not going to have a bike rack on the back because that's going to be a giveaway. You have a bike rack on the back. Like if you have a vehicle that you're living in, just keep the vehicle the way it is. Once you start adding bike racks and things on top of the vehicle, that vehicle, you might as well have a van. That vehicle is no longer stealth. And a lot of people that want to add all that stuff on there, you might as well have a van, in my opinion. If you're going to start adding all that stuff to it, you might as well get to a bigger home because you're no longer stealth. But the gas mileage is still probably better. I have a question. I have 6 grandkids for babies. Is it good for me to get a minivan or a RV? 3 is mine and 3 is my daughter's. Are y'all gonna be camping or living in it full time? I mean, that's the question you need to ask yourself. If it's something part time, can you afford to get an RV? Can you afford to get what's in your budget? Like, what can you afford? Oh, kittens? Girl, kittens? I don't have no comment on that. I'm like Miss Charlene. I ain't got no comment. I don't own pets. And I seen a commercial today about the litter boxes. Cats need litter boxes. I'd rather have a dog than a cat because a dog could go outside. A cat, you got to have them litter box, girl. I'm not about to do all that with no litter box. So, my suggestion to you is get rid of the cats. That's my, don't ask me. You know how they say don't start none, it won't be none. My advice to you, get rid of the cats. I'm not traveling with no cats. I'm not living in no small space with no cat litter boxes. Get rid of the cats. That's my answer. Final answer. You want my daughter to kill you? That's between you and your daughter, girl. Get rid of the cats. If they her cats, let her have her own cats. Child, I'm not traveling. I'm just telling you me. I can't tell you what to do because I'm not answering that question for you. I'm answering that question for me. I wouldn't have no cats. Whether I was in a house or a vehicle, I would not have cats. I'm not going to have no litter box in no house. I'm not doing it. Ew. I'm not doing it. So that's my answer. My answer for me is I wouldn't be traveling in a vehicle. I don't care what size it is. I wouldn't be traveling in a vehicle with cats. That's not, if I had to have a pet, it would be a dog. But the last pet on earth that I probably would want to travel with is a cat. And that's just my personal preference. Now, if you want to travel with a cat, then that's you. I don't want to travel with no cat and no litter box and all of that. If the cat wasn't using a litter box, that would be a different story. I'm not cleaning out no just imagining the litter box, the odor and the smells. I'm just not doing all that. So I sympathize with you. And you're going to have to figure that one out on your own. I can't give people advice for things that I have no experience with. I have no experience with that, so I really can't give you no advice. That's not fair for me to put my thoughts on you. I'm telling you what I would do, though. Me personally, I wouldn't be living in a vehicle with cats. Hello, watching from Texas. Hey, Miss Shaniqua, I think. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Hey, Miss Little. How you doing? Thank you for watching, tuning in, and thumbsing up the video. Today we're talking about living in a vehicle versus living in a van, and starting van life with whatever you have. That's what we're talking about today. Starting the nomad life with whatever you have. If you have a car, start with a car. Live in a car until you outgrow the car. Now, another thing is, I was watching a video of somebody that's starting van life. And when we first start van life or the nomad life and we're leaving a home, we try to take all this stuff with us because we think we're going to need it. And we think it's a smart idea to bring it because we already own it. But the more stuff you have in your vehicle, the less room you have to live in. One reason why I have floor to ceiling cabinets is because that allows me to be able to utilize more space up. The more stuff you can pick up and put up off the floor, the more room you're going to have to live in. In a car, the more stuff you can fit in the back of your trunk, the more living space you're going to have to be able to move around with. A car is already small. You do not want to have so much stuff in a car where you cannot sit up and be comfortable. So if I was living in a car, I don't know why them flies is bringing their butt up in here. I mean, bees. If I was living in a car, I would try to limit my belongings to my trunk, and that's it. And maybe my front seat. But the more stuff you put on your front seat and in your vehicle, people are going to know you living in there. And that's going to attract people to break into your vehicle as well. So I would try to limit. I see people living in a vehicle and they have all this stuff piled up on the back seat, which means they have no living space. The smaller the vehicle, the less living space you have, the less stuff you need to have. If you are living in a car, you really, really, really need to practice minimalism to its fullest. Like 2, 3, 4, maybe at the most 5 to 7 outfits. A coat, a jacket, a tent, a stove to put on. I would still want a big propane tank. Me personally, I know that's what I would want. I would still want a big propane tank. So we still got to have a propane tank. We're going to still have to have a stove. You're going to have, because you're living in a vehicle, you don't want to put solar on the top of your car because that's going to be a dead giveaway. So you're trying to just get into van life. You're easing into the nomad life with very minimal things. You're going to need like a portable power station. If I had to choose, I would rather have a RV. I believe that a car would be too claustrophobic. But Miss Doris, if people have a car already, thank you and I still love you. What do you do? What do I do? What do you mean, what do I do, Miss Julie? If people have a car already, start with a car. And don't put all this stuff in your back seat of your car piled up. Your trunk is, you're going to have to figure out what you can fit in your trunk. What is most important, what you can fit in your trunk, that's it. That's it. Don't put all that stuff in your car to where you cannot move around, to where you cannot sit up. Your trunk is where it's all at. Now, the only thing that you're going to have in your car in the front is your blankets, your cushion, and your pillows. That's it. I'm talking about like having all kind of stuff just piled up in there. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I think I'm gonna do car life for a week or a month. Do a subscriber out there have a car y'all gonna let me use for a month to demonstrate car life? Can somebody let me use their car for a month? I agree with Dora. I'd rather live in an RV while I have more space. I mean, if y'all have an RV, listen, if you have an RV already, or if you are in the position to purchase whatever vehicle you want, if you want to do the nomad life, van life, and you want to start it, and you can afford to get whatever vehicle you want, get whatever vehicle you want from the jump. If you could afford to get a RV from the jump, get an RV from the jump. But if you don't have the money to get whatever vehicle you want and you got a car already and you're saying, well, I can't start van life until I get a van. No, yes, you can. You can start the nomad life with the car that you have. Don't wait until you get a van. Start with what you have. So I'm talking to the people that got a car already who want to do van life and saying, well, I got to get a van. No, you don't have to get no van. Start with your car and start living out your car and start traveling and start going where you want to go. That car is going to take you more places than a van or an RV could take you. The bigger the vehicle, the less places that you will be able to go and fit. Keep that in mind. The bigger the vehicle, the less places you will be able to go. Start with what you have. That way you will be able to appreciate what the other thing can offer you. But learn how to do this and see what you need and what you don't need. So many people start van life. I did it. I was watching this lady last night that is a new nomad, and she's moving out of a house into a vehicle, and wow, she had all of this stuff that she was trying to fit in her van. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, she thinks she gonna get all that up in that van. Ooh, child, good luck. You're not gonna get all that in that van. When you're moving from home life to van life and you have a lot of stuff, you might need to go get you just a little small storage that's like $40 a month and put all that extra stuff that you think you still want Put that stuff in storage for a couple of months. Start van life with the stuff that you absolutely positively need. And then after that, start seeing what's in your storage that you think you need that you could bring in there, and you will find if you start van life with all this stuff from your house that you thought you could use, you're going to be miserable, and over time you're going to get rid of all of that stuff. It's easier to get rid of that stuff while you still have your house, because you can have a garage sale. Once you move into your van, it's going to be harder to get rid of that stuff, and you're going to end up throwing it away. That's money you could have used for your van. Let me give y'all this tip. It's better to start van life with nothing in your van than to start van life with all that stuff up in your van. Sell all that stuff. If you sell as much as you can sell coming from your house, that will give you the money to do a van bill. It's better to live in your van and your vehicle with nothing, so you will have enough room to visualize how you want to build out your van. Don't bring all that stuff. I did it. But I stayed in my van for a while with just a mattress and some sleeping bags and a pillow and a bucket. And I think that's how everybody should start van life. If you have an empty vehicle that needs to be built out, I think everybody should start van life with a mattress, a blanket, and a bucket, and a cooler. Or if you have a refrigerator already, then a refrigerator. But that's how I think people should start van life, because you need to understand your floor plan. And you need to understand what room you have to work with. When you have all that clutter in your vehicle, you can't see nothing. You can't see the potential of your floor plan. You can't see the potential. You get clouded with all of that junk. Hey, Miss Amy. Hope you are having a beautiful day. Yes, girl, I am. I'm in here talking about car life versus van life. And even when you're starting van life, you want to be able to sit in your van empty. Like when your mind is cloudy and full of stuff, you can't visualize anything because you can't see. You need to be able to sit in that van and look at the potential. You can't see the potential when you got all this stuff. Try to bring as less stuff as you can into your van and just live in it. Even like if you have a house and you got a van already, take a mattress, take a pillow, and take a bucket and leave your house. Stop living in your house and start doing city van life. Start living in your van before you move out your house, before you sell it, before you get evicted. Put your mattress and a pillow and a blanket in your van and start living in your van. Start having a garage sale. Sell everything that you could sell. Keep your bare essentials, your clothes, your toothbrush, your shoes, the pots and pans you're going to need. And that's it. If you got a refrigerator or a cooler, that's it. Don't bring all the shelves and all that stuff in your van unless you've looked at your floor plan and say, okay, this will work for what I need. But you need to not have so much stuff in there where you can't even see. That's a lot of things that we think we're going to use in van life. And then once we get in there, girl, I brought so much stuff in this van that I thought I was going to use. I ended up taking so much stuff to Goodwill, and I was going to Goodwill every time you look around. Every time you look around, girl, when I was in Nevada, after I had met with Bob Wells, when I was in Nevada, in the desert on BLM land, I pulled everything out of my van. I was going to that Goodwill every day. I'm talking about I was taking so much stuff to Goodwill. Every day I was taking stuff to Goodwill, so much stuff that I thought I needed. And I didn't need it. And I could have sold it at a garage sale. I could have put it on the table for $1. Every dollar that you can get. Sometimes you're saying, oh, I don't want to give my stuff away. It's better to give it away and give it away for $1. You living in a house, have a garage sale and little miscellaneous stuff. Put all that stuff on a table for $1. You don't know how many hundreds of dollars that could get you. And the stuff you trying to hold on to bring into your van that's cluttering up your space, you could sell that stuff and then end up getting the money to do a van bill. A proper van bill that will give you more room. Trying to fit a lot of stuff from home life in a van takes up more room than if you do a proper van bill. So it's best to get rid of that stuff. It's okay to start your van life journey with a mattress, a pillow, and a toilet. It's okay. And matter of fact, it's not just okay. That is better. I think for maybe a single person or 2 people, a pop-up trailer would be really good and cheap to buy and fix up. A pop-up trailer, or a pop-up tent? What do you mean a pop-up trailer? That thing that you pull? I don't know if I would want that. I really don't want to pull anything. I really like a self-contained vehicle. I really like a self-contained vehicle. I really don't like pulling. I don't want to pull a trailer. The only place I'm going to pull a trailer to is where I'm going to set it at permanently. I don't want to pull nothing like every day and be pulled. Ooh, no, child. Ooh, Lord, thank you for my van, that I have everything in here that I need, because I definitely would not want to pull anything. And if I had a car, I would try to survive in that car. Like if I had to start over now and all I could afford was a little small car, I would survive in that car. So whatever y'all have, use what you have. Be a good steward over what you have and let that take you to the next level. If you have a car, live in a car. That's going to help you save money to be able to get what you need. Like even right now, I got this van and I want another vehicle, or I want a piece of land. I don't know what I need to have next. But I'm seriously thinking about just, I could sit down somewhere with my van or I'll stay in my trailer and just sit down and make that work for a year or two and save some money so I can end up getting what I want in the future, like buying a new van off the parking lot new. So we're going to see, until this van dies on me. I put brand new tires on it. I'm going back to Arizona and Nevada. These tires I'm probably gonna need some new tires again next year, cause these tires about to get ate up by the sun. These tires about to get ate up by the sun, and that's another thing. The climate that you live in will determine the maintenance on your vehicles. And if you had a car, the tires, everything's going to be cheaper for a car. The tires are going to be cheaper for a car. All changes are going to be cheaper for a car. Maintenance is going to be cheaper for a car. You get a van, tires are going to be more expensive. The tires for this van was $1,207. And depending on the climate you in, you might need to change them tires out every year. All changes on this van can go from $50 to $60, whereas an oil change on a smaller car is $19. So the maintenance on a car is cheaper. Start with what you have. Don't make people make you feel inadequate because you're starting with a car. Most of Americans live in cars. Most of the people that's doing van life living in cars. It's possible to live in a car. I think I'm gonna do van life in a car, or car life for y'all, for maybe a week or maybe a month. Any subscriber out there got a car y'all want me to see if I could live in for a month, show you how to live in a car for a month? Contact me if y'all got a car y'all want me to try to do van life in. Anybody else got any more questions about car life or van life? Somebody was asking me about living in an RV with cats. With how many cats she say she had? Y'all, I can't imagine. How many cats? 6. I can't imagine. Girl, better you than me. I can't imagine living in any kind of a vehicle with 6 animals. I couldn't do it. Me personally, I couldn't do it. Let me turn on this fan. We getting some good solar in today. I couldn't do it, y'all. Anybody got any questions concerning living in a vehicle? Anybody out there living in a vehicle? Anybody out there wants to do the nomad life and own a vehicle and saying, well, I can't start until I get a van? I'm trying to convince you, you could start. You could start with what you have. 6 ground cats and 4 kittens. So you got a total of 10? You got a total of 10, girl. Ugh. Don't make it worse. 6 and 4, 10? And you gonna have them all in? And how many adults gonna be living in this RV or whatever? How many people, how many humans are gonna be in the RV with the cats? Oh my goodness, baby. I couldn't do it, Miss Julie. I couldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't. She say 4 plus 6 plus how many adults? How many humans? That I need to know how many humans. I couldn't do it, but yes, what? So it's gonna be 10 total, 10 animals, and how many humans? Ooh, girl, you need a school bus. Forget an RV. You need one of them long school buses. That's too many animals in a small place, in my opinion. That's a lot. Ugh. And litter boxes. Ooh, girl. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. How many humans gonna be? 2 humans, 3 grown cats, 2 kittens, and his dog. Oh, Miss Julie, I'm through talking to you, girl. You gonna have 10 cats all together, 2 humans, oh, Miss Julie, I'm through with you. I can't take you serious. I can't take Miss Julie serious at this point. I'm through. Did she just say 3 dogs and 2 humans? Girl, I'm through with you, Miss Julie. Get you a school bus. Get you a school bus and call it a day. Oh, I have traveled 12 hours straight, 4 times with 1 cat. He did well. Never used litter box. Shedded fur was worst part. Julie doesn't have room for the humans. LOL. I wouldn't do it. 1 cat alone is stanky. Child. 10 cats and 4 dogs and 2 humans. Not I said the little red hen. I'm like, girl. Nope, I'm through with Miss Julie. Miss Julie is pulling my leg. Miss Julie just making up stuff. Miss Julie just making up stuff as she go. That's not no. Ain't nobody about to do that for real. Ain't nobody about to do that for real. No. How many dogs? 3 dogs, 10 cats, and 2 girls. I am not. Nope. I'm not doing that. So I can't advise you on that because I wouldn't do it. So I can't imagine. I can't picture that and fathom that in my head. So I can't even like speculate and give you no advice on that because I couldn't imagine it. Miss Deborah say period. Period what? Can I get some real questions? Can I get some real questions? Can I get some real questions? I think Miss Julie. I don't know, Miss Julie. I don't know how that's gonna work. But I think you need a school bus. Forget a RV and forget a van. You need a school bus. Cause baby, it ain't enough room for the humans. That's too many dogs and too many cats. Oh Lord, and I'm scared to ask what size and what kind of dogs you got. Girl, I'm scared. Whew, Lord. No ma'am. So Yeah, y'all, I would love to um, try to live in a vehicle. And it would be interesting for me to try to fit only what I can fit in the car. So it would be interesting to see if I could do car life for a week. Miss Vanessa, you are a hot mess. LOL. They need a double decker. Hey, Miss Deborah. Miss Doris, I am not no hot mess, girl. I'm telling the truth. Y'all, Miss Julie, you don't think you need a school bus? I think Miss Julie, no, she gonna need something big. Cause the more humans, the more living beings that you have, the more room you're gonna need. Because those humans are going to need a space. Like, and cleanliness is next to godliness. So, and right now I am not nowhere close to God because, and see, this is how I could say no, because I could imagine how cluttered and small my van is right now with just me. I don't even have room for my toilet, let alone a litter box. So if I had a cat in this van right now, or any animal up in here, they would be crawling all over the place. They would be all up under me. I'm hot already. Girl, I can't do it. Like, I would need, if I had a pet, I'm going to need more room. Because I'm going to need to keep it clean. And then that's going to give me more work. Then I have to walk the dog or walk the cat, take them outside. It's just a lot. Then you're going to need room for their water and food thing. It's a lot. You pet owners, I give it to y'all. Especially if you're living in a vehicle with a pet, girl, I give you a high five. Because that's a lot of work. And Vanessa just ain't up for all that work. So I think it's enough trying to live in a vehicle by yourself than to become responsible for another human being. So yeah, that part I can't imagine and envision, because I'm not doing van life like that. I don't have a pet, so I can't imagine and envision that. But yeah, y'all, I think I might sell my van. I think I'm going to sell my van. I think I'm going to sell my van, y'all. If I sold my van as is, with everything, the solar, the stove, the refrigerator, everything in the van except my clothes and my personal items, what y'all think a price would be that I need to sell it for? How much should I sell my van for, y'all? I might raffle off my van And sell raffle tickets online. I might put it on Craigslist and sell raffle tickets, raffling off this van. $5 raffle tickets. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to raffle off this van, y'all. $5 raffle tickets. I think that's what I'm going to do. How many miles? My van have over 300 and some thousand miles, girl. When I bought it, it had 270,000 miles. So it has 300, over 307,000 miles on it. I think this motor is a good motor, y'all. I think the motor is a good motor. I think if somebody wanted to retire this van, like if somebody want to start a community where they have tents. Hey, Lady T. Girl, I could raffle her off with $5 tickets. It depends on how many tickets I sell. Girl, I'm going to raffle treasure off and nobody not going to even know it. Girl, I could sell treasure and nobody won't even know it. I can go somewhere and sell treasure and raffle off tickets for treasure. And treasure is my baby. You better not. Well, you better buy some raffle tickets then. You better buy some raffle tickets if you want them. I'm raffling off treasure and I'm gonna raffle her off, and I'm not gonna do it online. Nobody not gonna know about it. I'm gonna raffle her off in a public place where, just wait and see. I'm raffling off treasure. I'm gonna raffle her off. I'm gonna raffle her off. Y'all better stay tuned to I'm gonna get me a website. I'm gonna get me a website and raffle. Hey, I want to ask him what time the park closed. I don't know what time the park closed, y'all. You gonna buy some raffle tickets, Lady T? I'm gonna try to sell her, and if I can't sell her and get what I want for her, then I'm gonna sell some raffle tickets. But I'm not gonna do it on YouTube and online. It's gonna be a private raffle. Everything included. Yes, all the solar, the refrigerator, the stove, the propane. Everything is included except for my clothes and my personal items. She'll be empty. She'll be empty. Everything included except for, I want y'all to see outside. Everything will be included except for my personal items. None. I am not partaking in her sale. Oh my, no ma'am. Well, you don't got to partake in her sale. She gonna get sold. You better you want her, you better buy some raffle tickets. You might be the lucky winner. Yep, how much y'all think I should sell her for? What do y'all think I should ask for Treasure? Treasure is a what do they call that? Treasure is a collector's item. Somebody could get Treasure and like give tours of Treasure for $1. Treasure done appeared on Tiny Home Tours and got 2 million views. Oh, y'all, hold on. Somebody playing music. Hold on. Treasure, somebody that have a property where they have camping and tents. Somebody could buy Treasure and put Treasure on their property and charge $1 or $5 tours, and then they can like people who trying to have a camp site, they can just put Treasure on there. She already built out. Rent her out as an Airbnb. Treasure is her own Airbnb. Anybody that want to experience van life, anybody that wants to experience van life, Treasure is already built out to where somebody can come spend the night or spend the week in Treasure and see what it's like to sleep in a van. She's a classic and a collector's. Yes, she is. She is a collector's item for somebody. I think I'm going to put Treasure on Craigslist while I'm down here. Or maybe when I come back. Maybe the next time I am in Houston, I will put Treasure on Craigslist. I think I'm gonna make a video and put Treasure up for sale. Vanessa, you would miss Treasure. Girl, no I won't. Girl, I'm about to move on to bigger and better things. Girl, Treasure is magnificent, but Treasure is, she might have a better home somewhere, retired on a piece of land, and somebody do her as an Airbnb. She's still gonna have a life. I think Treasure still can have a life somewhere. That's why I would like to sell Treasure to somebody who can keep her on like a farm or a piece of land, or rent her as an Airbnb on a piece of land. I would love for Treasure to be able to have another life. If I had a piece of land right now, I would put Treasure on that land and rent her as an Airbnb. Lady T say I'm talking a lot of smack against Treasure. It don't be the same with another. Lady T, girl, go get you some business. Go get you some business, girl. I wouldn't miss her, y'all, cause I would be getting something else that I could use that was gonna suffice my needs and meet my needs. I wouldn't miss her because I would know. That's like, and I hate to use this analogy, but it's like when somebody dies and you know they're going to be in a better place. Like, you happy that they are in a better place. So if treasure goes to be in a better place, I would be happy for Treasure to be in a better place. More potential buyers in Quartzsite? Possibly so. Possibly so. I could raffle her off. Treasure, I got your back. I'm gonna fight to the end, Treasure, for you, girl. Girl, you could fight until you get ready to. Girl, Treasure is going. Treasure might be gone this year. Rent a car to see if you can stand the travel in it. Miss Margaret, I slept in a car before. I didn't know nothing about van life. I slept in a car before, but I had a whole bunch of stuff in the car. And I wasn't trying to stay in it for van life. So, yeah, I had too much stuff in there. So, I think I'm going to rent a car in the future. Yeah, but I think I'm going to sell Treasure this year. I think Treasure about to be gone, y'all. I think I'm going to clean Treasure out real good. And I'm going to put her on Craigslist, whatever city and state I'm in. I'm going to put her on Craigslist. And, I think I'm going to sell Treasure, y'all. We gonna see if somebody want to buy Treasure. Because Treasure is famous. Like, you get this famous vehicle. She's famous. When I sell Treasure, should I take the greeting cards off of the ceiling? Should I take the greeting cards off the ceiling, y'all? She is going to make someone a nice home. Yep. I don't know what time this park closed, y'all. I need to ask somebody what time the park closed. Let me see. Walk to the bathroom. I'm really disappointed that my underwear are too big. And it's really Miss Charlene's fault why my underwear are too big. Because she has really been making me feel self-conscious about my weight. And she's been calling me fatty. And so I actually ordered panties that were, I was trying to get a bigger size than what I normally would have got because she been making me think that my butt is fat. So that's one reason why my panties are bigger, because she made me think that I'm fat. So it's her fault. Miss Charlene, you owe me some more draws. You owe me some more draws, Miss Charlene, because it's your fault that I ordered. Yeah, I like the color of that truck. That gray is pretty. It's her fault that I'm fat. That I got bigger draws because she made me think that I am fat. So I ordered a bigger size than I normally would because of her. So anyway, do y'all know what time the park closes?
I want to say 9 o'clock.
9? Okay.
Either 8 or 9.
Okay. They don't have no signs up. Thank you. So, anyway, when she say 8 or 9, that's a big difference. They don't have no signs posted telling you what time the park closes. I'm walking to the bathroom, y'all. Let me see. Notice. At the designated closing time. Summer hours, 9 p.m. Oh, so they close at 9 p.m.? Oh, y'all, I could stay here longer. They close at 9. I guess this is summertime. When I was out of town, I came across a couple of parks that didn't close till 11. That was really nice. I didn't have to leave that park till 11. That was really, really, I never seen a park stay open that late. But that was good. So I'm gonna go in the bathroom, turn y'all toward the wall, and put y'all on mute. I could have used the bathroom in my van, but I just felt like walking. It's cool. I needed to find out what time they close, too. So hold on, y'all. Let me put y'all on mute. Some people are so nasty. They don't even flush the toilet. Like, nothing wrong with the toilet. It works. And all you have to do is flush it. And you don't flush it. Like, don't nobody want to see your business. That is so nasty. So nasty. So the park closes at 9 and it's 7 something. So I have to decide where I'm gonna sleep at tonight and if I wanna go somewhere before it gets dark, or do I wanna drive after dark? I don't know. I could stay here till it gets dark. It don't bother me. I got to decide what I want to do tomorrow. Hold on, y'all. They playing music. Give me a minute. Y'all, somebody playing music. I don't think y'all can hear it over here. Let's walk to the water one more time. One more again before we leave. It's kind of chilly out here, y'all. I got big chill bumps on my arms. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I got big chill bumps. Like I could stay, if I stayed in Texas, I could stay in an area like this for a month or two and just come to the water every day. But then I have to get up and go find somewhere to park. Every day I have to go drive. I mean, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. Look at the duck. It's a trade-off. Oh, it's more than one. It's a trade-off. Like when you live in the desert, you ain't gonna see this. You ain't gonna see no trees, no water. It's not gonna be this cool. And the humidity brings moisture. Like moisture is good for your skin. So some people don't like the humidity, but the humidity brings moisture. I would rather humidity than dryness. So it's just a catch-22 to what you like. I like the water. I like the trees. I like the grass. That's my thing. Water, trees, and grass. Water, trees, and grass. Y'all, thumbs up the live stream. Can we get the live stream to 50 thumbs up? It is beautiful. She is going to make someone a nice home. So y'all, I'm just sitting here talking to y'all until I get ready to go. I ain't got nothing else to do, child. I'm just sitting in my van, looking out the window. Anybody got any questions about van life, nomad life, or anything else that y'all want to talk about? Come on, y'all. Thumbs up the video. Anything y'all want to talk about? Anything y'all want to talk about? Talk about doing. Talk about you. Let me try to call Miss Mary again. Okay, y'all. If nobody's gonna talk to me, I'm gonna end the live. I can just sit here and chill. I enjoyed your video at McKinney Falls. Also, beautiful with the waterfalls. Thank you, Miss Deborah. I went to some more waterfalls, but they didn't have no water, because no waterfalls, because girl, the water is so. There's droughts everywhere in Texas, so I was happy when it rained this weekend. I wish it would have rained longer and harder. Anyway, if you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, this is the last call for you to talk to me. If no one is going to talk to me, I will be chatting with you guys later. Yes, I am in Texas. We need more rain. It did rain the other day, though. Did you get rain the other day? Did you get rain? Where you were at the other day? A little bit. It poured down raining where I was at. I'm talking about the parking lot was flooded. It poured down real heavy. Yep, it poured down real heavy. We got thunderstorms. They moved through fast. Yeah, it was some thunderstorms too. I wish they would have stayed a little longer though. I wish they would have stayed a little longer. It rained, I would say, about an hour hard. And then it drizzled for about like 30 minutes to an hour. But then after that, after I decided to move, when I decided to move, that's when it stopped. After I decided to move. Because I was in a park. And that park was going to be closing soon. So I didn't want to get locked up in the park. So I decided to move. Anyway, y'all, I think I'm gonna end the live, and I'm gonna go on Amazon and put some more of these panties on my wish list, but I'm gonna change the size to them. But these were cheap and inexpensive, so it's I like the quality for the price, but the sizing just threw me for a loop. So anyway, you guys, thank y'all for coming in and talking to me today. And y'all have a great and wonderful day. And remember, no one can tell you how to do van life, car life, or RV life, or the nomad life, or your real life. Whatever works for you. I may give my opinion on something. That's just what I would do and the way I would do it. But at the end of the day, you guys can do what you choose to do. So I'm going to talk to you guys later, and I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful evening. Thanks for watching. Bye now.